mountains? The mountains this time. Yeah, I don't go here often, but one of the townspeople has been complaining about spotting a group of small predators here. We'll patrol the place to make them feel safe again. Is that all? Yeah, the creatures on this side are often stronger and more dangerous than the ones in the forest, but we really have real problems with them since... Since what? Aran. He says this as if it answers all questions. Aran? He's taking care of the monsters here? Aran usually doesn't care about them, but at least he does this much. We must all respect him very much, or fear him. The last sentence he said with a smirk. Sometimes I wonder what is really on his mind. Doesn't matter, just concentrate on the task at hand. Tobias sounds annoyed. He really dislikes this kind of chatter on patrols, and seems like it has only grown worse since Gavin suddenly decided to join us. As you command. We trek further into the rocky territory. I'm feeling a little better, but in this rough terrain I can feel that I still need to be very careful. I sent a knee-high rock to gain higher ground, only to wince in pain as I strain the wound on my flank. You alright? Yeah, I'm fine. He watches me for another few seconds, as if considering my honesty, but then continues ahead. There's no way I'm backing down in front of Tobias. That would only give him another reason to talk down to me, so I prepare to continue forwards, trying not to show any signs of weakness. That's when I notice it. Tobias also seemed to have realized it at the same time as me, and Gavin reacts as he calls out a warning. From the cliffs just above us, two large lizards, of a like that I have never seen before, come slithering out. I instantly ready my sword, and Gavin follows suit. Those certainly do look hostile. Tobias knits his brows and takes out his bow, but still hesitates. The lizards have stopped and are now watching us closely, their tongues tasting the air. Wait and see what they do. Maybe they want to attack. Swoosh. Whoa. Gavin jumps back as one of the lizards opens his mouth, coughing out an oozing pool of acid. The ground seizes on the spot where he was just standing. An arrow whistles through the air and pierces the attacking lizard straight through the temple. It falls back with a hiss before its partner lunges forward. Alright, that's it! Gavin swings his sword once before sending off. The lizard rushing down the cliff doesn't even get to open its mouth before the blade is swung in a wide arc, separating its head from the body. The body twists before tumbling the rest of the way. Gavin lets out a sigh. Well, that wasn't such a big deal. The bodies of the salamanders are lying on the cliffs before us. Tobias lowers his bow and walks over to one of them to take a closer look. These were the ones you were warned about? Most likely, although it's strange something this small has given us trouble from this side for a long time. Maybe we came across a couple of bad apples. He sheathes his sword and shrugs. Shall we go? Yeah, we should make sure there aren't any more around. As we walk higher up, I can suddenly feel the air around me grow more intense. I automatically stop and close my eyes for a moment to concentrate on my surroundings. The amount of spiritual energy in the air is increasing the further we go. What kind of place is this? I'm surprised you noticed. I open my eyes again and see Tobias watching me from up ahead. Being able to sense the spiritual energy in the air around you isn't something any normal person will be able to do, but my training has given me an extra sensibility for these things. Still, the amount of energy that someone like me can perceive isn't even all that great, not like what I have sensed ever since we arrived at this town. Come a little further and you'll see. Can you make it up here? I nod. And we continue a little further upwards through the uneven terrain. Soon after climbing a rocky ledge, we find ourselves entering something like a small vale in between the cliffs. The open space is round and not very large, and not to add to the strange atmosphere of the place, a deep crevice runs through the right side of the vale, cutting it off. In the middle, next to the deep crack, is something I have never seen before. It's a huge rock placed right in the middle, near the furthest wall. Other smaller rocks and wispy bushes are gathered at its foundation, almost as if holding it up. Its rough surface is wavering behind something like a faint, blue light flowing all around it. What is that? The strange aura surrounding the stone is strong, but just visible enough to make you aware of it. It's almost like looking at magical fatamorgana. We're not sure, we call it the heart of the mountain. I walk closer to the stone, slowly reaching my hand out towards the strange blue light. The air just around the stone feels heavy. This must be the home of a spirit. Well, I know he resides somewhere around here. He? The spirit, Aaron. Gavin has also approached the stone and is now watching it close to me. I can tell that this is also the first time that he sees it. His expression is distant, and I wonder what he's thinking. Yeah, Aaron. We usually leave this place alone. Somehow that seems like the best. Yeah. Does it always look like this? Not always. Sometimes it's so weak that you would miss it if you didn't already know it was still there, and sometimes it's just a little stronger. But it usually just looks like what you see now. In the rare occasions where some of the monsters begin acting strange and aggressive, I often find that the stone is glowing stronger than usual. It only happened a couple of times, so I'm not sure. So why you went up here today? That's why. Yeah, thought it seems normal right now. You might want to see this. Gavin has climbed the cliffs beside us and is calling down from above. It's not far and easily climbed, so I managed to reach him without problems. Tobias follows right after. Look down there. My heart skips a bit as I scout down the mountainside as instructed. From here we have a good view of path leading through the area further down. A small group of uninformed people can be seen making their way along the path. Even from the distance I can tell what they are from, the coloring of their clothes. Hellenian soldiers! Tobias is whispering, but his voice stands. Seems like it. What are they doing here? I shoot a glance at Gavin, who is also scouting down the group of intruders hidden behind the cliff walls. We have to take them out before they reach the village. Hold on, there's only a few of them. Look, they are traveling light too, not armed for journeying through the rough terrain here. I'm sure they are not only out scouting the area. There must be more of them somewhere else. They've crossed the border, but that doesn't make sense. Xer is beyond here, not Helen. They shouldn't be able to enter through here. Looks like your people are in for a surprise. Tobias sounds but restless. He obviously doesn't like leaving them alone like this. I share his emotion, but even with only 3 enemy soldiers down there, if we don't know how many are waiting for them, attacking them would be reckless. They are not heading towards the village, so we can assume that it will stay hidden for a little while yet. We draw back from the edge and head back down to the glowing stone. I believe this is the right time to head back. I just nod and I have to hurry back and inform Simon of this. No, you don't! Hellenian soldiers in this mountains? I met with Simon at the inn as always and tell him what he saw. Wes and Kevin have gone their own ways to decide what to do next. Soldiers? Erin walks to our table to serve us drinks. Her face pales as she hears what we're talking about. What is this? How did the mountains suddenly get so crowded? Seeing her like that makes me want to say something to ease her mind, but Simon interrupts. We have to find out how many they are and possibly the road they are taking, and then we head back immediately. There's no time to waste here any longer. I know someone who might be able to help. Who? His name is Oran. He's the spirit of this era. I'm sure it would be an easy task for him. Spirit? You've met him? Yeah. Are you sure it's a good idea? I heard spirits can be hard to deal with. It's worth a try. We're already outnumbered no matter what. You're going to ask Aran for help? Yeah, why? Aran, he just watches. He has never done anything to work either against or with us. This is his land. Do you think he would work to keep us here? Her tone suggests otherwise. It's strange to see her downtrodden like this again. Usually she acts so positive. I don't know. Neither do I. She lifts her tray and turns around to leave. Well, if you had talked to him before, then maybe he can be reasoned with. Do you want me to come with you? No, it's probably better if you had talked to him alone first. So far, people haven't been very receptive to Simon's presence. I'm not sure how Aaron would react yet, so I better not take him with me right away. That would be my choice the same. My choice would be the same. With that in mind, I leave the inn and Simon behind. Where the heck can he be? Lake? The forest is silent, save for occasional sounds of birds singing, and the surface of the lake is still. Aaron? I try to search the place, but it doesn't take long for me to be sure that he's not here. Great. Forest? It is peaceful among the trees, as if humans had never set foot here and threatened the lives of the forest's inhabitants. I close my eyes and reach out my senses in an attempt to catch a trace of Aaron's presence, but I find nothing. Not here? I open my eyes again and look around at the last time. Where could he be? Not good. Hopefully we won't run into our opponents. Aaron, I need to talk to you. Code carefully, feeling a little silly to be talking out loud when I'm all alone. There's no answer, and continue walking while looking around for a clue as to his location. Aaron? There is a sound of something dragging or sliding along the ground somewhere nearby. I stop and look around to find out what it was. My hand is already resting on the hilt of my sword. I take a few steps farther ahead and suddenly notice several feathers scattered on the ground below the cliff. When I hear the sound, close my again, and a shadow moves above me. Surprised, I step back and draw my sword, finding myself staring at a large reptilian figure resting on the cliff above me. What is it? You are interrupting me. My eyes grow wide as I stare up at this great creature that slowly turns his scale head towards me. The remain of a large dead bird lies by his clothes. The sun is standing behind him, so I still can see his details clearly, but it was definitely the lizard that spoke to me. You. I can see a hint of a large smile spreading on the lizard's lips. It is a strange sight. He crawls further forward, and the light falls so I can see his features more clearly. So it is you. You called for me? Aaron? Are you surprised? I'm at a loss for words. My sword is still held up in defense in front of me. There is no reason to fear. I still have no reason to want to hurt you. His eyes are glittering with intelligence. It's strange how expressive he looks in this form in contrast to how I have almost never seen him display emotions while in human shape. It's almost absurd. I believe you are searching for me. Yeah, I have something I need to talk to you about. Is that so? Humans really come up here wanting to talk so seriously with me. I can tell it's important. The lizard slides down behind the cliff to reach my level and disappears from my sight for just a moment. Then Aaron steps out in front of me again. So, he looks human again, and his face is as unexpressive as ever. This is just too strange. I have never had to do with spirits before. His mythic one is so rare. Is this how they are, or all are? Was that your true form? My true form? No, it wasn't. This isn't either. None of my forms are more true than the other. I am simply me, however I choose to present myself as one of the other. I see. He keeps looking at me with his cold eyes without saying any more. I realize that I am still pointing my sword at him and quickly roll it. It's true. It's true. I have something to talk to you about. I and a couple of others went to the mountains and noticed a group of intruders from the country Helen. Intruders? He almost tastes the word. Yeah, the soldiers have retreated to the town, to his country. I was hoping to ask for your help. My help? We need to find out how many there are and their positions so we can act accordingly. Are you going to fight these intruders? If necessary. Again, he just watches me relentlessly for several seconds. His unreadable gaze makes me feel uncomfortable. I already noticed them. The strangers from the north. They entered the area 8 nights ago. What? You knew? They haven't moved much. It seems they are waiting for something. I cannot say that I am not curious. So many humans have never roamed these mountains before. Oh, I think they are probably waiting for the transport, for our transport. That's my logical thing. That's That most of the times doesn't work good. However, to me you could all be intruders. I do not wish for the petty quarrels of humans in these lands. I understand. But if we don't stop them now, then I fear that things will only grow worse. Then what? Now that this has come to our attention, will your master then send his soldiers here to secure the borders? Or will he leave it as is? Aran shakes his head and a slight hint of displeasure crosses his face. I do not intend to get involved in the problems, but if need be, then I will protect what is mine. I'm not sure what it means. His tone tells me that this decision doesn't necessarily bode well for us either. Can you at least tell me how many they are? I have noticed around 20 of them. Only a few then, definitely not enough to be an invading force. But what were they waiting for? They arrived almost a week ago, and he says that they are apparently waiting for something. Were they waiting for us? If our journey had continued as planned, then we would have eventually crossed paths with them. How do they know? The timing is just too perfect. Thank you, Aran. You have been a great help. Rezik, I'm not going to get an answer. I make a small bow in gratitude and leave the place behind.